Hello, Popp and crew. I have tried writing this email for a few years now. I found your channel around 17 or 18 after listening to Sandman for a while. Now, I'm a crayon eater, a 6116 MV22 Osprey mechanic. I got married to my first wife in 15. She was my high school sweetheart. We were together from our sophomore year on, got married a year after high school. Now, when I found your channel, I was working 4 jobs, 90 to 120 hours a week, 7 days a week. Holy fuck, brother. Now, you probably noticed I said first wife earlier. She got my brother in law to take me to a different city about 3 weeks after our 5th anniversary. Apparently, I didn't make the first review. Now, she was diagnosed with bipolar schizophrenia, plus anxiety disorder, and a few other things. She came from a broken home. Her parents were drug addicts and alcoholics. I can confirm the crazy does the crazy cheetah flips on the peg T. Okay. Yeah. And that's all I cared about back then. Now, over the years, she manipulated me to the point where even my parents told me multiple times to my face that I'm not the same person that they raised. I turned it into a robot on autopilot. That happens, brother. I had gotten a pretty good job at 20 at the very beginning of the pandemic as a tower technician. So I started making good money, it freed up my time. She left me in 21. When my brother-in-law brought me back home, it looked like the place was robbed and no one would answer my calls for a few hours. Now, I wasn't the best husband. I will accept some fault for the downfall of my marriage. I talked to other women from time to time to escape the tournament my ex-wife caused. In the weeks after she left, I lost 50 pounds, 175-ish to 120-ish, now 200. And I spent my birthday alone in that time, and no one said happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Not even my own parents.
Ooh.
In the grand scheme, I am the oldest of 10 with one full sibling and 4 half siblings from my mom and 4 half siblings from my dad. I was raised mainly by my mom until she met my stepdad, who is a great man. He's the one who physically grabbed the gun out of my hands. I got to a point right before I met the woman I am with now to take my own life. I had a 3-inch Magnum double-aught buck loaded in my Panzer arms, BP-12 bullpup box feed shotgun. I went to a secluded place on the river I like to go wheeling, and I decided to watch some of your videos because your humor has always made me laugh. After a while, I called my dad, and he left work to come get me, and the gun I was using as a headstand at the time. Not even a few days later, I started chatting with this girl, being completely honest, with not wanting a relationship, but just wanting a booty call. It has been 4.5 years since we started talking. She told me she made it her absolute mission to get me to fall in love with her and to be the best version of a wife that I could ask for. She communicates and talks to me about issues that bother her. If she notices that I'm acting off, she will talk to me about it. She has her own farm with 90 acres and a herd of 40 show cattle, expensive pasture puppies. Now, for the first 1.5 years, I basically came over and stayed every weekend. There were 3-day weekends because we worked 4 10-hour shifts. I eventually caved, moved in with her, and proposed on Memorial Weekend of last year. Now, for some good news. This amazing woman has just had our first child. He's a beautiful baby boy. He was born in September of 24. I couldn't be happier. I'm taking your advice on living out of spite and being happy to make other people's lives hell as I live rent-free in their head.
Yeah.
My ex couldn't have kids, but now I have a son and hopefully living the great dream of having a farm with livestock and a happy family. Thank you for distracting me long enough to call for help and keeping me on this earth. Hopefully I am number 556 and another life saved from the regiment. Again, I cannot express how grateful I am for your advice, even though I am with another woman. Please keep my name redacted. Sincerely, name redacted. I listen to every show. I share Purple Heart Spinal Beat every time I get a chance. Again, thank you all for keeping me alive. Name redacted. Welcome to the regiment number 556.
Yeah. Dude. I love
good shit.
That's like one of my few joys left in life is to add more numbers to that board.
Yep. Yeah. I tell whenever I talk about this shit, that's one of the things I always tell people. We're at number X. We're at number 556 now.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. That's really good stuff.
And here's the shitty part here.
Yeah.
Is I am just one dude in a knife fight with one of the primal forces in the universe, which is death or destruction. And I've saved, or I had a hand in keeping these individuals still here on Earth.
Yeah.
And if I could just get the boot off my neck or break that chain that's holding me back, I
Oh
could
yeah.
have a tidal wave of guys that I could save. A fucking tidal wave. And
If
they could
we could get this
change,
show out broadcasting further, absolutely.
yeah, and it could change the future. I mean, we're like in the life saved, I think we have a guy who's probably going to run for governor of Alaska. I've got a
Nice.
minimum of 6 attorneys. We got like 2 or 3 doctors in there.
Nice. Did not know
A
that.
bunch of guys who went on to, go on to do stuff in the trades, and now they're making good money. Because listen, you have no idea what tomorrow holds for you, man. You could literally have your worst fucking day. Get up the next morning, walk to 7-Eleven because you don't have fucking a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and go, I'm going to put $2 down on the Redneck retirement fund and win some life-changing fucking money.
Yep.
You can meet the woman that you're going to wind up with that's not going to stab you in the back and use the system to like cut your throat, which is exceedingly rare, but it can happen.
I got one of those. She's in the other room.
Yeah. Like you have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I was absolutely done with all of that crap. And then an old friend of mine, we've known each other since the early 90s, literally like 91. We realized that we were compatible. So, and we've been together ever since.
Yeah, the person that turned me on to you was Benner's wife.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah,
somebody's like, you got to look this guy up because he's really having a rough time. He went to Berkeley. I think you know him. And I'm like, he sounds familiar.
Yeah, we know each other through Rich.
Yeah, Richard Dorn.
Yep.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Popp for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.